we have to talk.
We most
and we have to
definitely
talk
have to
about things that make us uncomfortable, and we have to talk about things that are unpleasant, because that's how we get from point A to point B, because we're adults.
Yeah, I am also this weekend on Sunday bringing on Dr. LaJoyce Brookshire, who you wrote her book.
I did not write her book. She wrote her own book.
She wrote her own book, but you published it through Karen Hunter Publishing, Faith Under Fire, which tells her own story about being too close to that situation. So,
not too close.
Yeah, married to it.
Married, unprotected sex, close.
Mm-hmm.
With a man that had full-blown AIDS.
Mm-hmm.
So that's...
Who deceived her.
Deceived her on purpose.
On purpose.
All right.
To hide a lifestyle that he wasn't comfortable living. We got to talk about that too at some point.
Well,
you know, what we do in our communities, you know, shaming one another. We saw that this week with Dwight Howard, right? I believe that eventually there's going to come a point where Dwight Howard actually comes out and says that he is a gay man, and he's hidden his choice and lifestyle, because in our community we do not make it okay to live a lifestyle that is authentic to who we may be.
All right, so let me ask this question.
Okay.
I got a bunch of stories I just made Jameson print out, and I think he lost 5 more hairs. I think he did.
Well, isn't he bald? Okay.
Yeah, that's
you mean
part
on
of the
beard?
joke.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Why does Dwight Howard have to tell anybody who he likes to have sex with?
I don't think he does. I don't think that is a requirement to tell us what his sexual preference is. But I do think that oftentimes, because people float under the radar, they get themselves into situations where they get caught up in lifestyles that requires them to really not be able to find love. Okay. Because you want me to stop there?
No, I mean, I want to offer this, right?
Yeah.
There have been... So I went to see Creed with my brother and my mom, my mother actually, and I went to see what's the Viola Davis movie? So there was this two movies at the same time.
Widows? Is it Widows?
Widows, yeah. So she went to see Widows because I had seen that already, and
my mother said it was great. Is it great?
It's a great movie.
Okay.
A well done movie.
Okay.
You could be mad about Viola being with Liam Neeson, but y'all get over it, man. It's a damn movie.
Yeah,
like, for real. Viola's married to a beautiful black man.
Right.
And they are doing some wonderful things. By the way, speaking of Shirley Chisholm, Viola and her husband are producing for Amazon a movie starring Viola as Shirley Chisholm, Fire.
Amazing.
And in Brooklyn, in New York City, they're going to, for the first time, have a statue devoted and dedicated to Shirley Chisholm. She deserves that.
Most definitely.
That's one of my heroes. I promise you. My God. I stand.
You said that too.
Yes. Like, I wish I were alive to talk to some of these people, because you know that the questions weren't asked.
Well, you talked before about a woman, and I can't remember her name. She was an author, and she died during the course of the show. But you had the idea to reach out to her.
Frances Cress Welsing.
Okay, so
and I had actually set it up because she lived in D.C. She had a psychiatrist. She was a psychiatrist. She had a practice in D.C.
Okay,
we had coordinated to talk about when I could come down and sit and talk with her.
And she passed.
And she passed away, and literally my heart broke, because with her past, her father was a doctor, her grandfather was a doctor. I don't know those stories, those family stories.
Yeah.
You know, we talk about the ISIS papers and all of the work that she did, but the stories are the things that take us from here to there.
Right.
And man, okay, but
I just think we should be making sure we connect to our heroes.
I had talked to Jameson last year about doing a legacy series here on, for the last, we've been trying to get in touch with Cicely Tyson, Danny Glover, who's, around, James Earl Jones. We want to sit, Harry Belafonte. I've reached out to all of these people because I think it's important for us to chronicle and catalog the human capital. I mean, this is taking us, when you talk about legacy on Next Nation, it's the people in those stories, and we're oral traditionalists, as people. We like to talk a story powerfully. But go ahead, you were saying something. I got.
No, I'm going to help you with that legacy presentation too, because I know somebody who's connected to all three of those people, and you do too. But the thing is about what I find about the entertainment business that I think is hysterical. A lot of times they will do, if it's not Oprah, if it's not, Robin Roberts, we'll contact you in 2 months, 3 months. Who knows what the lifespan is of anybody at this point? You know what I mean? People are dying in their 40s just as quickly as they're dying in their 70s and 80s. But it's important for, all of these stories to be told in a way in which that edifies, and keeps the stories going on for generations to come. It's necessary.
I agree. Now let's get back to Dwight Howard for a second.
Yes. Okay.
Because I was almost forgot. You know, I was processing it as I was blasting on Twitter over the weekend, and I felt both sad for him, sad for the whole story, the messiness of it all. It's just, the need to be messy. It's like I have to, be, and if the threat was, leveled against this woman, that's a shame.
Right.
But again, it all is born out of this, the way we set us up in society on so many levels, and we'll talk to the pastor about that too.
Do you think it's just a sports culture, or
no, it's culture.
It's culture.
One book that I actually did pen was on the down low with J.L. King. We told his story, which was about a man who was married with 2 kids who, and at the time we did the book, because this was the big phenomenon, he didn't think he was gay.
Yeah, I remember you talked to Clay about that.
Yeah, I just have sex with men. I'm like,
right.
Yeah, that's kind of the definition. Yeah. But, but then he now lives his life fully as a gay man. But I think it goes back to what you were saying. It's not that Dwight Howard, anyone else has to declare their sexuality. It's that Dwight Howard has to live his best life and has to live his full life, however he wants to live it. It's nobody's business what he does, who he does it with, how he does it. Right. I'm like, how I do what I do with, that's his business.
Right.
But just be authentically 100% who you are, however you are, and if that's what you like, so what?
And when you feel you can't do that, though, that sends you into an underworld.
Absolutely.
That I don't think. I think they are fighting. I think everybody wants validation, and I think at some point, whoever they want it from, they want love. So to not be able to get it and to still have these aggressions or whatever it is, I don't know what it's like to be a man, but I've heard men talk about the need that arises out of men. So right. Not being able to
You mean sexually? That men are sexually, they have uncontrolled libidos? Is that what you're saying?
I wouldn't say it's uncontrolled. I would say it's much definitely more heightened than maybe we understand as women.
And some women might argue, because everybody's different.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? But again, because women have been conditioned to not be very sexually aggressive or sexual at all, right? So then we have a wave of little Kims and people like, you want to bumble with the bee? Huh?
And then we also
I don't know. Is that what she was saying when you want to bumble with the bee? Is that sexual? I don't know. Go ahead.
But not just little Kims. There are women who, like me, I was a rebel. I was a rebel. And that was part of it. Being told what was appropriate, whom I should date, what was considered a good girl, or what your sexual interest, should look like as a woman. So, and I'm a heterosexual woman and I don't have to prove that. But my point is, for Dwight, I felt bad when I listened to that story, when I saw some of the messages that went on between him and the guy. And then when I saw when I saw what the girl said and did to him, the payment thing about it. It's like, if I were gay, I would want to have the opportunity to be in relationship with whoever I wanted to be in relationship with. And I would hope that I wouldn't be, because I'm a celebrity or because I live my life in a public profile, I would have to pay for people's silence, because that's not love.
No. Did you think that this was a love relationship? I mean, there were
a few conversations that were publicized. And in those conversations, I don't know, I felt bad for him. I did.
You thought he was in love with this person?
I don't know.
I thought it was a sexual transaction, and
no, I thought he couldn't be whomever he is.
I believe that is true, right?
And I felt bad for him.
Okay, and I agree with you, because of society and the sports. And you know what? This NBA would probably not give a damn. This NBA with LeBron and Steph. So? Nah, I don't think they care. They dress with little wooden bow ties. Some of them wear clothes that's questionable. Hey, Russell Westbrook. I don't know what the hell he...
What?
Yeah, half the time, Russell Westbrook confounds me with his outfit, his choice of clothing.
One could say the same thing in the NFL about Cam Newton.
Or Odell Beckham. But the culture in football is different than the culture in basketball. All I'm saying is, in this NBA, I don't think anybody would give a damn. I don't think they would care if Dwight Howard was gay. I don't think they would care at all. And it wouldn't be a thing.
I think the snickering and, the jokes.
From who? You got Kawhi Leonard in this NBA. Can I just say, this NBA doesn't give a damn. Kawhi Leonard just signed a sneaker contract with New Balance. What was it? What the hell was the name? Was it New Balance?
Yeah.
And people were trolling him. And Kawhi Leonard's like, give me my $2 million. Y'all kiss my ass. You see I drive a beat-down Buick. I don't give a damn. I don't care what y'all think. My laugh is weird, but take this smoke on the court. That's how they roll in the NBA. Football different. Football is a different culture. Yeah. I think this NBA wouldn't care if Dwight Howard were gay. I really don't. Okay. And I think, now it could be the choices, that he's making inside of the spectrum of being gay.
You mean the private tranny parties?
Yeah, that might be problematic. That would probably cause some snickers maybe. I don't know. I don't know what I just don't. Well, if you're in the NBA and you're throwing private tranny parties, is that even appropriate? I don't probably think so. Give us a call, 866-801-8255. I don't know what they do. The overarching theme here is be yourself, do you,
hopefully.
Be happy.
Yeah.
Be happy in who you
short.
are. Life is real short. Mm-hmm. You don't know,
right.
And who cares what people think? They're not paying his salary. They're not dunking that damn
ball.
ball.
You got to get to a point, Karen. You have got to get to a
you're
point.
7 foot tall and can dunk the basketball, dribble, and whatever. Get this smoke and leave me alone. What? I don't get it.
I didn't bring up the fact of the pastor and the murder part.
What pastor?
So you didn't read the entire story?
I tuned out because I'm like, this is not my business.
Okay,
this is not. I can't get involved in this.
It gets darker.
Very dark. It gets very dark.
Jameson, you read all of it?
Yeah, that's Dwight. Dwight Howard is a superstar. I mean, he's not now, but I'm saying he's a big name. So
he's still a superstar.
No, he's not.
He still has some of the best shoulders in the business.
Keep in mind, you like football, so just please stop.
He's been on like 9 teams.
He's still a superstar.
Stop. He's not.
He's been on like 9 teams in the last 3 years.
He has.
And it's over for him being a superstar, but he's a big name. But it came out that his pastor was helping suppress this whole situation with the.
He wasn't helping suppress.
Well, he was making threats.
Yes, he was calling. The person had to move out of their home. There was surveillance. They were following.
Are these facts or is this hearsay?
This is the person's
allegedly.
Account. Allegedly, yes, this is the person's account. But actually, the person released some records of the numbers that were calling because the pastor was calling from a blind number, and then there's some app that I didn't even know existed that you can download onto your phone that will decode. It's all Russia style stuff, girl. It's like real.
Damn Russians.
It's real next level. Okay. So he was able to decode the number and find out that it was the pastor calling it. And the pastor told him, this never happened. It is a figment of your imagination. You were never in a relationship with Dwight Howard.
So the pastor tried to hypnotize her?
The pastor tried to. But here's the thing. I don't know if she's a she or a he.
Listen!
I think she goes.
What's her pronoun?
What's her pronoun?
Damn it. When did we get here? Let me tell you. I'm struggling with 2018.
Can I tell you, Torrin Ellis has it on his email signature,
his pronoun.
And I was like, is this, do I have to add my pronoun now? Is it not
obvious?
What?
Probably not.
Maybe it's not.
Who knows?
But if you're an ally, maybe you add a pronoun. Karen, what's your pronoun?
866-801-8255. See,
I'm happy to see you smiling.
I want to answer you.
Answer me. I'm here for it. We've got time. What's your pronoun, Karen? Come on, Patty. You know I live for a good cut up with us on Friday.
Oh, my God.
Right?
It is Friday.
It is Friday. Right.
My pronoun is you can get this smoke. That's my pronoun. Mother of dragons.
That was a whole sentence.
Yep, it's a sentence. Who said now we're gonna put parameters around pronouns? If I want to change the definition
so put that
of
in your
pronoun,
signature.
Right, yeah,
you can get this smoke in your email signature.